Hey guys, RedAgingbet here, and we are back with another SCP video. Today is SCP-084, Static Tower. Item, SCP-084. Object Class, Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-084 is currently under a full non-interaction order until the full extent of the emission waves have been evaluated. For detailed documentation on general FNI orders, see document XRG 1182. For detailed documentation on the FNI orders in relation to SCP-084, see document XRG 1208A. A continuous surveillance watch is to be maintained around the active area of 84, with the primary objective of civilian misdirection and external surveillance. With no major roads, trails, or other travel routes nearby, any civilians encountered approaching SCP-084 are to be deemed suspect and detained for evaluation. Under no circumstances are any Foundation or civilian personnel allowed in the active area of SCP-084, except with express vocal and written permission from no fewer than 2 members of the O5 Command. Sentries are to maintain their posted position with line of sight contact and checks on fellow sentries, in conjunction with compass and landmark checking. All reference points should be well outside the active area of SCP-084. Should any sentry fail to report via local roll call, full recall orders will be issued to all sentries, and containment will be re-evaluated by special response teams. In the event of active area fluctuation, full recall orders are to be assumed by all active sentries, followed by appropriate action. No form of radio, GPS, television, cell phone, video camera, still picture camera, or any other recording or electronic media devices are permitted within 100 meters of the active area around SCP-084. Civilians found with such devices within the area are to have said devices confiscated and destroyed immediately. Any recordings collected, data expunged. Description: 84 appears to be a large radio tower positioned in the center of a large open field with 2 small buildings. Direct observation and sample collection of SCP-84 is impossible due to the effect that is emitted around/from 84. 84 appears to emit a form of wave or radiation that has a detrimental effect on local space-time reality. The most pronounced aspect of this is the alteration of local space within the active area of 84. Externally, the active area forms a rough dome shape of 200 meters in diameter. SCP-84 appears inside this area at random points, appearing to jump at random times, sometimes even appearing in multiple locations at once inside an active area. Internally, the space appears to be unlimited, with 84 at the center. 84 is impossible to reach due to the emitted effect. Attempts to approach 84 within the active area have returned the observation that 84 retains its relative position on the horizon even after 3 months and 12 days of dedicated direct travel by both vehicle and foot. Termination tests have proved impossible, as no means of destruction are capable of physically reaching SCP-84. Even when entered from outside the active area, local space will distort periodically, which will cause relative distances to randomly extend or contract in a flicker, causing buildings or objects to suddenly jump thousands of meters away or rush up to other points, sometimes even causing overlaps. These overlaps have a remarkably detrimental effect on living tissue. The town of Blank is assumed to have been situated in or around the magical manifestation of the active area. This town is no longer observable from outside the active area, appearing only once inside the active area. Blank has maintained the same population, 343 humans, for the duration of its encapsulation. Births appear to be impossible, along with normal aging patterns. Suicide and/or homicides appear to be circumvented by the area of effect, with dead bodies flickering and appearing alive and unharmed several seconds after death. They also report the events rewinding, causing things like mortal wounds to visibly freeze and close. Subjects appear to exhibit many events of inconsistent space-time, as do most structures. Electronic devices and recording equipment do not function correctly in or around the active area. Subjects report bizarre or unsettling transmissions from video or audio recordings and playback devices. This acts to totally isolate Blank from the outside world, precluding any need for Foundation and active containment. It also appears impossible to leave the active area after a random amount of time. One subject from Blank found on the grass plane reported he had been traveling for 6 years. He had found apparently 400 meters from Blank city limits. So, that'll be it for this episode. Thank you so much for listening. If you liked it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because why not? It's free. And anyway, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Until then, bye!